My cousin went missing during a wedding in Rajasthan, then we found his phone ringing underground. I'm from Jaipur, and this happened last winter during my cousin Rohan's wedding in a small village near Jaisalmer. Even now, nobody in my family likes talking about it. Indian weddings are chaos. Loud music, relatives everywhere, kids running around, aunties judging outfits, uncles drinking secretly behind tents. Typical stuff. The wedding venue was an old haveli converted into a resort. Beautiful place during the day, but at night, it felt strange. Half the building was abandoned because the owner said it was unsafe. Naturally, all the cousins got curious. On the second night, around 11 p.m., the barat was going on outside while we were sitting on the terrace eating gulab jamuns. That's when Rohan suddenly pointed toward the dark side of the haveli and said, "Did you guys see someone standing there?" We looked down. Nothing. We laughed at him and said he was drunk. But Rohan kept staring. Then he quietly said, "No, seriously, there's a woman down there." Now, this guy never jokes about horror stuff. Ever. So 4 of us went downstairs with our phone flashlights because obviously we wanted to investigate like idiots in a horror movie. The abandoned wing smelled dusty and damp. Old furniture covered with white cloths. Broken mirrors. One long hallway with flickering yellow lights. And then we heard it. A phone ringing. Not a ringtone. An old Nokia ringtone. The sound was coming from somewhere below us. We followed it to the end of the hallway where there was a locked wooden door. The ringtone stopped the second we reached it. One of my cousins joked, "Bro, this is exactly how people die in movies." Nobody laughed. We found the caretaker sleeping outside and asked him for the key. The man immediately became nervous and said, "That area is closed. Don't go there." Of course, that made us want to go even more. After arguing for 5 minutes, he finally unlocked the door. Behind it was a staircase leading underground. The air suddenly became freezing cold. I remember getting goosebumps instantly. We walked down slowly using our flashlights. The basement looked ancient. Stone walls, spider webs, rusted trunks. And then, Rohan froze. His phone was ringing, not from his pocket, from inside one of the trunks. All of us stared at him. He slowly checked his pocket and turned pale. His phone was missing. But here's the impossible part. He had been using it upstairs literally 10 minutes earlier. Nobody spoke. The ringtone kept echoing in that basement. Finally, one cousin opened the trunk. Inside was Rohan's phone, covered in dust, as if it had been there for years. The screen was cracked, and the wallpaper had somehow changed to a black and white photo of the haveli. That was enough. We ran upstairs without saying a word. The next morning, the caretaker refused to look us in the eye. My uncle forced him to explain what was going on. The old man finally admitted something. Years ago, before the haveli became a resort, a bride had reportedly disappeared during her wedding there. Some people believed she ran away. Others believed she died in the underground rooms. Since then, guests occasionally complained about hearing phone ringtones or seeing a woman near the abandoned wing. My cousin deleted everything from that phone and refused to talk about it again. And the creepiest part, 3 days later, after we returned to Jaipur, Rohan's phone rang again at 2:13 a.m. No caller ID, just static, and faintly in the background, wedding music.